Well, hello folks, it's Darren with Fuzzy Dice Motors, and even before the video gets started today I got my L. I'm a little ashamed. The 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer that you will see later in the video, it's not a Evo, it's not even a Rally Art, and I was wondering, this seems a little sluggish. Now you know why it's a little sluggish. So without further ado, here we go. Well, hello folks, it's Darren with Fuzzy Dice Motors, and it's been a really long time. All the auctions have been closed for a while. They are now reopening. So let's go ahead, go out here, take a look before the rain drives us out of here. Let's see what we've got. Well, I don't know folks, I may have got out here just a little bit too early. If you come out here too early, you run the risk of not seeing very many cars. I checked online and they have a full house tomorrow, but I think it's after 3 o'clock, which usually is late enough, but this time it may not be. Okay, hopefully there's going to be at least one interesting vehicle out here. Do you know how to make your phone ring, folks? Start making a video. Anytime you start trying to do a video with your phone, the phone will ring every single time. And once that phone rings, your video stops. Every single time, without fail. It really jacks with your video. So I like vehicles that really grab your attention, something a little different, a little bit more unique than just the everyday generic vehicles, which, don't get me wrong, those always sell. The Camry, the Accord, those sell, but man, it's nice to see something a little bit more interesting. Gee whiz. What do you think about all this cancer? Look at this. Good Lord. If you can see that much, how much is there that you can't see? I'm going to do a hard pass on that one. Well, here folks, we have a little 2004 Chevy Tracker, 128,000 miles. Now normally this is a vehicle that I'd probably actually be interested in. It's a great size and they're 4x4s. Unfortunately, this one's not a 4x4. This is a 2-wheel drive. So in my opinion, and just my opinion, an SUV that's a 2-wheel drive is a complete waste of time. Moving on to the next. Well, here's another one, 2004 GMC Envoy, 134,000 miles. SLT, leather, hard loaded. You'd think this would be a great vehicle. Well, unfortunately, once again, this is a 2-wheel drive vehicle. Now, why do I shy away from them? I'll tell you why. I've been in the business long enough till I know that every single phone call, text, or message will ask the same thing. 4-wheel drive? And I will say, no, 2-wheel drive. And then they'll say, I'm terribly sorry, I'm looking for a 4-wheel drive. Every single phone call, every potential customer, same thing. Now, while we're out here, I noticed the word Roush on this F-150. (2017) with 57,000 miles on it. From Illinois. I'm not much of a truck person. I'm not an authority on trucks, sorry. This says it has a 5-liter Coyote engine in it. And, oh wow, Okay. If it says Roush and has a Coyote motor in it, it's immediately got my attention. We may have to get in this and start it, if I can climb up in it. Okay, see what happens. Oh yeah. Mercy, that sounds amazing. Put down the windows here. Window works, as Randy from Auto Auction Rebuild says. The important window works. 57,000 miles on the clock. Sounds fantastic. There are no check engine lights. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take this for a little spin. We're going to see how well I do driving with one hand and making a recording with one hand. Oh yeah, the little snitch is telling off on me. I don't have my seatbelt on. Oh well, I'm in a parking lot, so I don't really care. See what we got here. Looks like there may be an A4 convertible over here, an Audi. Let's see if we... Yeah, with gold emblems, convertible. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we're gonna take a look at that here in just a minute. Seems to be pretty peppy with that Coyote motor in there. The handles pretty well. I'm turning it with almost no effort whatsoever. So we're gonna see if we can not hurt these folks right here. We don't want to run anybody over. This is one thing that's cool about the auction, folks, and I'm always talking about this, and that is you really never know what it is that you're going to find out here. I had no idea that a Roush F150 was out here. I really didn't. And I'm not a truck guy, but I know a nice truck when I see one. And this is pretty darn nice. And let's see. All we gotta do is now figure out where we parked it, or where we found it. And I believe we found it right here. So we're gonna go ahead and park it. Oh, there we go. Well, the consensus is, I think it's pretty cool. We're gonna go here and scan the code and see what this thing should sell for. I bet you it's an ugly price, a price that we won't want to pay. All right, let's go on to the next one. We have here a little 1998 Mazda pickup, which is really a Ford Ranger, and 221,000 miles. Got a little Mazda bedliner in it, but look at those miles. This has been a great little truck for someone. Little manual transmission. Door does not close all the way, so the key in the ignition chime is still going off. Has some hail damage on the hood. I guess if you wanted a little work truck and you just didn't care, as long as it went back and forth A to B, I guess you'd be all right with it. But man, with miles like that, ouch. So we got over here, see 2 BMWs. BMWs are really great when they're running correctly. They can be a nightmare when they're not running correctly. 2011 XC90 Volvo, 67,000 miles. Same can be said for them. Let's see what kind of BMW we got here. This one looks pretty rough. It's an 06 with 103,000 miles on it, but it still looks like it's seen some life, some wear and tear. Same as the 2008. From what I have researched, you're probably better with the 2006 than you are the 2008. The 2006 has some damage on the side too, and it's on that back quarter panel and that door. Yeah. We spent too much money on vehicles, getting them fixed up right, and did not get a good return, which is not a good business model. It's the worst business model you can have. So we're gonna try to stop that. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this here, walk down here, and check out this. Okay, it's a 2013 A5 with 118,000 miles. The gold accents, that is a personal choice. I probably would have just kept them chrome. I don't black out stuff. Personal preference, once again, I do not like debadging, I don't like black wheels, and I don't care for black emblems. Once again, just personal preference. If that's what you like, then more power to you. There's not a right or wrong answer. Take a look at the inside here. Kind of like the color of the seats. Really nice. Convertibles, you always got to check out the top. You do not want to get a car with a bad convertible top. That is going to be, it's crazy expensive. First you got to buy the top, then you got to have someone to put it on that knows what they're doing. And therein lies the chore, to find someone who can do it and do it correctly. And I've heard some pretty bad stories about what it's going to cost to replace a convertible top. Just go ahead and hop in here real quick. Oh, let's see. Close the door so we can hear. Car is started. I hit the camera. Car is running like absolute crap. It's just like Gotta turn the radio off so we don't piss off the wonderful folks at YouTube, even though no one's gonna see this anyway. Let's turn this car back off. It says service due. It could mean anything though. I mean, it could be a bad spark plug. It could be a bad coil. Person who owned this was a smoker, which is fantastic. Alrighty. If I had my little diagnostic scanner here with me, which is actually out in my car, I may run a code or two on this to see what it is. But I've got vehicles right now that we are having a hard time moving, so I'm mainly out here just to look around. I saw one vehicle up front that as long as the weather holds, we definitely have to go and see it. Well, look what we have here. What about a 2012 Mercedes E63 AMG? Yes. How can you not like an AMG Mercedes? Or an M3 or an M5 or an M6? But it's up here, the V8 by turbo. So it's a twin turbo V8. Look at those wheels. Man, look at those drilled rotors. AMG brake calipers. 98,000 miles. This is not the vehicle I came out here to look at, but I just happened to bump into this one. I know the sound quality sucks, folks. One of these days I'm gonna get a cordless mic or a wireless mic. The sound quality will be a lot better. Let's go ahead and hop in this. Goodness. I would be doing you guys a huge disservice if I didn't come in here and start it. Sorry about the camera angle there for a moment. The check engine light is on. That's a dangerous thing when you're in an AMG. Yes, it could mean anything, or it could mean everything. So I don't know how well this works, or runs, I should say. Let's, okay, we're inside. Give it some gas here, see what it sounds like. Man, that has a fast snap. Let's see if we can get the AC going in here. So I stop baking, which is down here. We're gonna get this down to about 60 degrees here. See if, okay, AC is on. It's not blowing as hard as I would like it to. Well, all right, sounds okay. Okay, yeah, that's neutral. I may not be smart enough to know how to put it in reverse. There we go. You have to push down on it. I figured it out. Yeah, I went to school for a couple of days. Oh, I hate backing up in this auction. You just know you're gonna hear a crunch, and then it's gonna be bad for everybody, especially me. Okay. Now, if this thing starts acting up, I'm gonna swing it around. I'm gonna park it. Okay, once again, we're gonna be driving a vehicle one hand while holding this camera. Take you along for the ride. Oh yeah, the snakes, ding ding. Yeah, just not gonna put on the seatbelt right now. Wow, this thing is crazy peppy. That snap it's got, I can hear it. It's not, I mean, it's really not running, I don't think, to its full potential. That's for darn sure. Let's get some gas. Okay, that's insanely fast, and you got to check your brakes when you do that, because you don't want to smack into those. But yeah, absolutely insanely quick, just nuts, just absolutely nuts. Well, it's running and driving okay. Well, I say okay. There's definitely something that's not working quite right, which is why that check engine light is on to begin with. But I mean, are we going around? Yeah. The temperature's okay. I do think that there's something not right. All right, we are back in one piece. Car's in park. Car is turned off. All right, man. What a fun car. Certainly is. It's peppy enough. Let's go on to the next. All right, folks. Please forgive the noise. We have a business next to us. It's a little noisy. 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. 77,000 miles. It has been through the ringer. Kind of ironic. Let's go ahead and walk over here real quick. Now, yes, of course, there's a 2017 Miata or MX-5, but look what we have over here. The arch nemesis of the Evo, the 2013 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. $47,000 miles. Now, this actually appears to be, at first glance, in a lot better condition than the Evo. It really does. It has a lot less miles as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look in this. Okay, now someone took actually exceptional care of this vehicle. It is cleaned. It appears to be detailed. If it's not been detailed, then someone just took exceptional care. Nothing appears to be worn. The seats are not damaged. There is almost no dirt, grit, grime, anything like that in the car. The back seats appear to be never set in. I'll get it right here in a moment. Yeah. These are a lot of fun. Of course, they're all-wheel drive, all Subarus, with the exception, I guess, of the BRZs are all-wheel drive. The Miatas are all back-wheel drive. Need to open up the Evo and look inside of it. Looks like it's been debagged. The side skirts are all hanging off. They need to be put back on. Well, I gotta say, the interior of the Evo is actually better than the exterior of the Evo. I'm gonna get in here in just a moment, take a look around. We'll start it up. We may even drive it, because I do like to drive them. They are a lot of fun. The heavy clutch they have is kind of a kick, considering it's a little four-cylinder. Oh, mercy. Okay. Get in here. See if we can crank it up. Well, first you got to figure out how to use the key. Let's see. There you go. Sounds nice and healthy. It's telling me that the door is open, I believe. Also says the hood's open as well. Make sure we're in neutral here. I think someone's done some customizing on the door panels here. That seems a little fancy for an Evo. I don't know if it was a factory upgrade, a dealer upgrade, or just someone's little personal customization. Looks like it's got like a suede or an Alcantara headliner. I don't know if that's really factory or not. We've got two sets of keys here, which is always good. Let's see, we also have a I guess that goes on the clutch pedal. It's missing. The AC is blasting nice and cold, which is fantastic. This definitely needs some sprucing up, but the interior of this seems to be just fine. Let's go outside. It says the hood's open. Let's see if it really is. Yes, it actually is. Now, the car is not in terrible condition on the outside, but a little TLC, I think, on this would go a long way. Okay, we're gonna go for a little drive here. Unfortunately, this is a manual, and I do not have a way of holding the phone here, shifting, and everything else. So I'm gonna take this thing for a little test drive around the parking lot here, and I'll report back to what I find. Well, okay, I gotta say that the car drove great. There are no check engine lights on. Backup camera worked great. Air conditioner was ice cold. So yeah, a little bit of a touch up here and there. With 77,000 miles on a 2015, I didn't see anything wrong with it. It rode and drove just as you would expect it to. One of these days I'll pick one up. Someday. Okay, I won't sing. I won't quit my day job. Okay. I don't see a whole lot else here of interest besides an orange Chevy pickup. Now there is a limousine with the hood up. You know, when you're out riding around in the back of your limousine and it's on the side of the road and the hood's up, kind of kills the mood. Anyway, we're gonna walk up here and take a look. See what year it is. It is a Cadillac, not a Lincoln. Probably a North Star. It's probably what's got the hood up. It is a North Star, so that's never a good thing. I guess probably the battery's probably just dead. This is a 1998 with 41,000 miles on it. Let's see if we can open this sucker up. Yep. Yeah, this one here is a little different than some of the limousines I've seen on the inside. What I mean by that is, so having all kinds of cool stuff like lights and mirrors and bar. This is simply just a people hauler. It's just a third row seat Cadillac, really, just for hauling people. Nothing fancy, nothing out of the ordinary at all. We'll go ahead and take another look around here. By tomorrow morning, there won't be a single vacant spot out here. None. Matter of fact, look out there in the distance. Zoom in. Bringing in more all the time. So I can't say I didn't see anything of interest. I saw a convertible A5, an AMG Mercedes, nice little Miata, a Subaru WRX STI, and a Lancer Evo. 2015 Lancer Evo. That was the last year of the Evo. You know, I think if I don't at least sit inside that STI and start it up, I'm gonna get at least one comment out of my 6 subscribers asking, you drove everything else, why would you not at least start the STI? it was in better condition of the Evo, and you kind of just dissed it and you just walked right on by. Yes, I did. Terribly sorry. Go ahead and get a better look at it here. There we go. I can see already that the hood is up. Oh man, I think, mercy. Okay, holy cow. There is nothing stock about this. This is insane. And folks, I would love to explain to you what all of this is, but unfortunately, I am not a tuner expert. I see a lot of upgrades, probably some go fast parts. Some of it is probably just for aesthetics. But with all that being said, let's close the hood here. And I guess now we don't have any choice but to go take it for a ride. There is, oh yeah, wow. Holy cow. Let's see if I can move the seat back. Somebody was not quite as leggy as I am. Let's see if we can get this going here. Uh-oh. That does not sound good. It's in neutral, clutch is in. Now you see one of the drawbacks of, see, look at this. This comes with it. Wow, this is crazy. We also have this. Oh, this is interesting, folks. Look at this. I do not what, excuse me. I do not know what any of that means. Battery something, air fuel ratios, feedback knock. So the check engine light's on. Traction control is off. Yeah, someone has modded this to the point of probably just insanity. The windows work. Cruise is flashing. An S is flashing. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means it's in sport mode. It's the SI drive. But there's a lot going on here, folks, and I definitely wish that I was in the know. But it did not want to start. And I bet you anything, with all of this performance gear on here, that's probably more the norm than the exception. I'm going to try to drive this. I'm going to see if the AC works. It is super humid because it's been raining for days. I think I may smell some exhaust. It may be running rich or lean, but I'll stop running my mouth here and see if I can get this thing to drive. Well, folks, I'm glad I actually drove it. Yes, the underhood equipment was certainly a giveaway, but this car is completely insane. So it's peppy, it's fast. Then when the turbos spool up, even though this thing is all-wheel drive, I came damn close to losing control of the car. When it came on full boost, it was completely insane. The car just lost all leave of its senses. I honestly don't know what the horsepower rating would be. Around 2013, a factory horsepower rating, 300, 305 at the absolute most. This car has been pushed way beyond that. just absolute nothing but just a stupid guesstimate on my part, it would have to be pushing well over 400 horsepower, and the power comes on just out of the blue unexpectedly. As much as I love the Evo, just out on the street, the Evo would have no chance against this, but that's because this vehicle here is highly modded. Someone has spent a god-awful amount of money making this car what it is, and I'll just say it's completely insane. And with that being said, folks, I believe this is the last vehicle of the day. It is now starting to rain yet again, which is awesome. Okay, folks, so with that being said, it is time to get out of here, and we'll check you again on the next one. And remember, as always, folks, better cars, best prices. It's fuzzy dice or no dice.